Honoring the Temple of God, a Christian health perspective. Bob McCauley, Watershed.net. Every major religion in the world recognizes that the body is the temple. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism. Every athletes recognize that. This is your temple. We talk about it all the time, but yet we don't recognize our responsibility for the health of this temple. And you can talk about exercise, but then a lot of great athletes and not so great athletes still get sick. Some of them seriously sick with a number of diseases, digestive diseases, or perhaps even cancer. We've seen some of our top athletes with these very serious diseases. So what are we to make of that? Well, is that just something that's built into our genes, as we're led to believe? Is it handed from family to family? All the family members give each other these genes that you end up with, the good looks or the bad looks or whatever. And then on top of that, whether or not you have health, whether or not you have diabetes runs in the family, blah, blah, blah. It's the first thing they do when you go into the and to see the doctor. They ask for your medical history, meaning what's your, not only your medical history, what's your family's medical history? Is there cancer in your family? Who's died of cancer? That's what they want to know. And that's the kind of what you're paying for your insurance, depending on whether you're healthy or not. So we have to get away from this notion that this genes run in families and that's what brings diseases. Diseases are not caused from genes. They're caused from diet, exclusively from diet. It's not just part from diet. You might have a very slight genetic propensity toward a certain disease, but that can easily be overcome by diet. And it's the protocol that I recommend, which is ionized water, spirulina and chlorella, raw fruits and vegetables, probiotics, extra minerals, exercise, and a positive mental attitude. And when you get this is your lifestyle, when this becomes your lifestyle, you begin to honor the temple that God has given you. I mean, I say all the time that people, if you're a church member, church-going person, and you walked into the sanctuary and found garbage all over the place, where you would immediately start picking it up, or you'd go run and get somebody to help you and immediately clean it, and then you'd want to sanctify and bless it again. So somebody had sullied it. But this is your temple. It's even a more important temple than the one we build with our hands and with bricks. And what do we do to it? Well, we fill it up with garbage, and then we wonder why we're sick. And you know what the garbage is. I mean, everybody knows that. I think some people are under the misimpression that the human body can be filled up with garbage, and it's just a matter of, luck, or it's a matter of genes, or, diet really doesn't matter. It's all diet. It's 100% diet. If you live in a raw food diet, you won't be sick. Raw fruits and vegetables, that which God grew. But we didn't change. What we're always trying to do is we're trying to do it better. And so, God invented in an apple, but we invented the frying pan. We're going to make the apple better. We're going to make it taste better, whatever. These people that run around with you don't really, the nutrients don't become bioavailable till we cook it. It's just nonsense. This is absolute nonsense to be able to even try to prove anything like that. Nutrients coming from a raw food that hasn't been denatured by cooking is what has been going through the body for a very long time, and all different species on Earth. And it's why we're the only species on Earth that get sick, other than the animals we domesticate. So you find those that vets treat, yes, they'll have all these diseases because we put them on a processed food, cooked food diet of all. They're not on a natural diet, so they get these diseases. Whereas viral and bacterial diseases they will get. But chronic disease, we're the only species that gets that. So, other than the animals we domesticate, which is dogs and cats and all these other kind of animals. So, when we honor the temple that God has given us, we have put the right things in our body, kept ourselves properly hydrated, kept ourselves alkalized, kept ourselves detoxified. And then we begin to honor the temple that God has really given us. And it really is our sacred duty. And rather than to shun people or damn them for being the author of their own health or their own disease, because that's what you are and that's what I am. I'm the author of my health, and I'm the author of any disease that shall ever befall me. of a chronic nature, and even a viral nature, because viruses are the most difficult ones to stave off. It really takes a strong immune system. You really got to be doing it really carefully to stave off all sorts of viruses, because there's so many out there that you need to build up antigens to. But chronic disease, you should be able to stave off that easily by living on the kind of natural diet that God calls for. And when we live on that diet, when we put God's natural foods in us, great health follows, and it's amazing, and it takes us up to the next level of spirituality. So not a message of condemnation or condemning anybody for anything, but rather a message of empowerment. That's what really the message of honoring the temple of God is, that you are in control. You are the master of your own health. You are the author of your own health or of your own disease, and it's your choice, rather than just saying these things happen to me. It's not easy to control your diet. People can control their carnal urges. People can control their urges for lust. It's more difficult to control the words coming out of your mouth, but what goes into your mouth, that is the absolute most difficult to really control. And kudos to those who are trying it. Anyway, trying to honor the temple that God has given them. Good luck with that. I've had great success, but I've got a long way to go.